Hello, vinyl community. Hey, how's everybody doing there today? Everybody doing okay? Well, we're starting off a new segment. Thank you very much for watching the videos of my room. Now I'm moving on to another LP. So let me play this audio clip. This will tell you where we are.
We feel exactly the same about our records. We make a record and we may be knocked out with it when we just first do it. But then when we listen to it a few times, that it's not really as good as we think it is. And that's the thing that happened, with Revolver, when we first did it, well, with lots of the tracks, we just really knocked out to them. But then, by the time the record was issued, we're a bit fed up with it and are looking towards the new one.
All right, you can find out we're doing Revolver, the Beatles Revolver album. This is my American pressing of Revolver. Revolver is absolutely unbelievably fantastic. Oh my gosh, the Beatles have gone a new direction. When this album came out, it was no longer the mop tops that people picked on and made comedy albums of. It was now deeper, and it was a whole lot more wilder songs like Tomorrow Never Knows and Good Day Sunshine, Taxman, Eleanor Rigby. This has just got classic after classic rock and roll. This album will make you sit down in your seat and listen. This album just defines the whole thing of rock. An absolute album that started off with Revolver. George Harrison said, excuse me, George Harrison was saying that he really felt as if Rubber Soul could have been part one and Revolver could have been part two of a two-sided album, two-record album. But I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they just kind of stuck with doing what they did, two albums. And anyway, this is my orange pressing of Revolver. That's the orange pressing we're starting off with. My second pressing is from Uruguay, still sealed. And finally, with Revolver, we start getting into Beatles that are no longer being messed around with. With a lot of the albums, they really messed them up. And Capitol and America switched them around and created their own albums and all of that. Revolver and further on after Revolver, they didn't mess with Beatle albums anymore. So we ended up with getting the albums the way they intendedly, which was great. Okay, coming up next, I've got this, which is my Beatles tour program. Have to talk about the Beatles and touring. So this is the Beatles when they were touring in '66. This is the original tour program of the Beatles in '66. It's got a lot of great pictures of the Beatles in '66. As you can see, we got a lot of good stuff. The touring years were coming to an end at this point. Revolver was starting to come out, and people were upset because the tour did not play really any of the new songs, and a lot of kids were upset that they weren't doing that. But Revolver was getting so high-tech that they just couldn't reproduce on stage the new songs. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine Tomorrow Never Knows in concert? Them doing that live in '66. Let's say maybe at Candlestick Park or Germany in '66. And that just would have been so wildly different. I mean, I know they couldn't have done the arrangement, but let's just say they did have the technology. That would have been really kind of something. Would have been really kind of different to think that they could have done that. Reproducing it. So, but anyway, showing you my Beatles tour program of the Beatles in '66. That is really cool. All right, now my next is this, which is out of this Beatles book. And this Beatles book is really a good book. It kind of goes along showing the Beatles almost day by day of what they did in the studio. If you want to pick up a good Beatle book, this is a good one because it shows exactly what they did in the studio, and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to show you one more page. So this book did show kind of how they did stuff. So anyway, like I said, this is a good book if you want something fun. And next, this is Eleanor Rigby, the original piano. This is already in scribbled. That nobody scribbled that on. I don't know why that's on there. But this is the original piano stuff for Eleanor Rigby. That's kind of cool. And then out of this box set, which is the stereo one, I'm pulling out Revolver, showing that. And the reason I'm showing this one is also because this is excellent sound. I really like this. For people that are looking for music and stuff, and you really can't afford to buy the album, I understand, you know, so the CD route, this is a good way to go. This has got a lot of really good pictures of the Beatles during Revolver. I won't go through all of these because kind of got the gist of what the CD is. But the CD is good. This is a nice one to get. If you're looking for a good CD, good quality, the stereo of this is fantastic. Just other Revolver pictures and stuff in the back. All right, that's a good one to get if you're looking to find something fun. Next up, I've got the Japanese copy of Revolver on CD. And let me just show you this one real quickly. Personally, I don't think this one's that good. I definitely would rather have the vinyl. I've got the Japanese vinyl of Revolver, and that is going to come up. But I just think the Japanese CD, it just lacked something, and I can't put my finger on it. I can't explain what it could be or what the problem is or any of that, but it just was missing something. The sound quality wasn't as good as it could be. So, you know, to kind of shy you away from buying something, but the Japanese CD I don't recommend as well, or at least that pressing of it. And then in your spare time, you can read some Japanese lyrics as you're listening to the CD. But then, you know, this is all basically just words, and then basically as you get a little further along, it's in English. More in English. Then there's your CD lineup, which is nice. All right, next Beatley book is this one. It's a great book. Excellent. Anyway, there's my Revolver stuff in there. Let's go back to this picture. Let's zoom in a little better on that. That's a great shot, isn't it? Isn't that just fantastic? Really like that one a lot. Another great picture during Revolver. Kind of give you an idea if you want to pick up a Beatle book. This is a good one. Those two books I showed you I think were fantastic. And then this is from the Beatles Monthly. This is Beatles Monthly magazine that they did. This is original Beatles in 1966 magazine. And these have got a lot of just terrific pictures. George Harrison with his 007 shirt on, sitting by the pool. An excellent picture, I think, of Mr. Paul McCartney. Oops, sorry about that. It sounded loud, didn't it? Early day pictures. Great shot of Ringo. And this is great when they're doing Ticket to Ride. And then look at this. This is kind of a neat, kind of an alternate picture of the back of Revolver. These are great color pictures here. Those are really nice as well. And the Beatles are on tour. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. This picture I think is fantastic. I love this color shot of all of them. Personally, I think that would have been a really cool picture for the back of Revolver. I think that would have been kind of neat to have that as a back picture. This is really neat. Just more pictures. Great picture of George Harrison. Excellent picture of George. This magazine is really nice. I really like it. There's a lot of really good pictures. A lot of black and white, but mostly a lot of good color ones. A lot of good color ones I have not seen. And that's what these Beatle Monthlies did. These Beatle Monthly magazines gave you a lot of kind of insight and rare photos that you normally don't kind of get to see every day. And that's kind of cool. We're saying goodnight. Good night, all, is the saying over here. It's almost for the White Album in that part. Alright, next up is the Mojo magazine. This kind of highlights them in concert and also a little bit to do with Revolver. And it comes with 2 poster pictures that you can hang up, which is kind of cool, of both of them and this one and the last concert. Then the Mojo magazine itself. And this has got a lot of good pictures of Beatles in concert. Like that. But anyway, I'll just show you a couple quick pictures in here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Some good pictures. I've got a lot more Revolver stuff to show you. I've got a lot more vinyl albums of Revolver. So I'm going to have to stop it here and just say, vinyl community, I'm going to have to come back and do part 2 of Revolver because we've run out of time. So I thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, vinyl community. Hope y'all are doing well, like I said earlier. Hope things are going good. Hope we're doing good with all of you. And as I say, I am out of here. So take care, vinyl community. See ya.